Go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Faces for Autism Love Streaming Telethon. Jacob Hackett back here. My next guest is a singer. We are about the same age. He, you may have heard him perform earlier this evening as a tribute to his friend Bobby Rydell. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and a privilege to introduce my next guest, Mr. Zach Taglio.
Hey, Jacob, thank you so much for having me be a part of this wonderful, wonderful evening with some extraordinary people for an even more extraordinary cause, and that is autism.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Zach, for being here. And I guess we'll get started. Tell us about how did you start? How'd you get your start in the music business?
Well, I really got my start in the music business back when I was about maybe 8 years old, and I started getting vocal lessons. And I actually went for piano lessons, but the teacher um, heard me sing one day when I was just singing along to a Sinatra song that I was playing nice and easy, and she said, "Stop, stop, stop! You have a beautiful voice." And I think she was trying to tell me that, hey, you're better at singing than playing piano, so why don't you stick with that?
That's funny.
But yes, I was about 8 years old, and then I stopped, and then I really started becoming I guess a professional singer, because in my book, if you're getting paid for it, you're a professional singer. And that's when I went to a place called it was Casa de Roma. Now it's Stellatos in Berlin, New Jersey. And a gentleman by Rich Lalina um, saw me one night when I was actually singing at my aunt's wedding. And he said, "Why don't you come next week or the following week to Casa de Roma, now known as Stellatos, and sing?" And that's where it started, right there. 14 years old, still in high school, singing and having a gig every night before, every weekend, I should say, before this pandemic happened. And it just led into doing stuff at the Mount Carmel Festival in Hamilton, doing stuff at assisted livings and nursing homes, then finally meeting Joey M, our dear friend. And everything just started to spiral, and I started to make all these connections at Patty Latanzi and Billy Carlucci show, at Philomena's, now at Laughing Fox. So I have sung up and down the whole coast of Jersey and Philadelphia, and I've just been enjoying it ever since. And I haven't looked back, and I looked forward, and it's been a great ride.
Yeah, and you said it, Zach. And we're really trying to donate causes tonight, and we're really trying to drive raise money, raise money, raise money. You've done things for autism, I'm sure. You've done things for the special needs community. You've done so much, and you mentioned assisted livings. Like, people need to go there and see. You need a vibrant voice to put a smile on the
Absolutely, Jacob. And you hit the nail right on the head that I love doing stuff for causes. I've done the Hamilton Cancer Foundation for many years. I've done stuff for the Mount Carmel Society, for the Sons and Daughters of Italy in Cherry Hill. But recently, I would say about almost, it was literally a year ago last weekend, I sang at a one-on-one special needs prom in Woodbridge, New Jersey, that my fraternity was a part of for our philanthropy event. Every year we have to volunteer at some event, and that's what we chose that year. And it was a special needs prom for special needs adults who couldn't have a prom because maybe the the place where they live can't fund the needs for it. So these group of people come together and raise money and put on this wonderful prom every year. It's a theme. That year it was retro like 80s theme, and I actually sang for them. And I have to say, they were the best audience I ever had of these just beautiful special needs adults with a smile on their face. And you know it, my friend. We do this because we love it, but we also do it to put a smile on other people's faces. And that's what I really think that I was set here on earth uh, to do. I say every day, if I can wake up and make one person smile and one person happy, I know I've done my job that I was set on this earth to do. And that's why I love performing and entertaining people, and I'll do it to the day I die.
Yeah, you said it. We've come from similar backgrounds. We have mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
You love what you do, and you've heard this expression, I'm sure. It's not at all work, Zach. It's fun.
Absolutely. I don't consider this work. Even shooting this video for you, I didn't think of it as work. I just thought of it as having fun.
Yeah,
And that's why I love what I do, because every time I step on stage, it's not work, it's just fun. It really is.
yeah, and we've gotten you and I coming from the similar backgrounds, essentially the same age, a few months apart.
Hmm.
We've gotten to work with some amazingly talented people.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just some people who come to mind. Really, my first dose of performing with somebody in showbiz was Joe Piscopo. I got a call from Rachel Scuddy saying that Dave Damiani is going to be in Colts Neck, New Jersey, which right now I'm in Montclair, New Jersey, in my dorm. If you can tell, I don't like this interior design. I have better taste, but this has to do for right now. But I was in Montclair, where I am right now, and Rachel's like, "Hey, do you want to perform with Joe Piscopo?" And now I knew of Joe Piscopo, but I didn't really know uh, that he sang. I know that he was a part of SNL and was a comedian. And then that was my first dose. I sang with him, and then it just spiraled to other people. I met Tony Orlando. I didn't get to perform with him, but I met him at the East Coast Hall of Fame. Connie Francis, our dear friend Connie. And I sang with my idol and somebody who I think anybody who follows my social media knows that I have a great admiration and respect for, and that's Mr. Bobby Rydell.
Oh yeah, and I met Bobby at the East Coast Music Hall of Fame, and he was just, and you've done work with Bobby, and he is just one of the most. He is the definition of, and I'm sorry to say this, and you can piggyback on this statement. He and Connie Francis are the type of people that you just don't see anymore.
No, you really don't. And they are the last of an era where there was class, there was dignity, and there was respect. And we've lost those morals in our society, especially in the entertainment business. But they are just so down to earth people, and they are the epitome and the definition of loving what they do. And like we said, not thinking of it as work, but thinking of it as fun. And they've had fun their whole careers. And I remember when I interviewed Bobby, I said, Bobby, what do you want to be remembered by? I said, you have the movies with Anne Margaret, you have all the number one singles, the gold, platinum records. What do you want to be remembered by? And he said, Zach, at the end of the day, I want to be remembered as a nice guy. I want to be remembered as a family man and a guy that you can go up to and just have a conversation with. And that's how he is every time you meet Bobby Rydell. And that's why I think he gets so much respect, because he's just a nice guy.
Yeah, he's just a nice guy. And and as I said, and as you said, I've said, you don't get that in the entertainment industry anymore.
You
And
don't.
and who the heck knows what you, as you and I branch on in our careers, what we'll get. Because Joe Piscopo, he's even exceptionally nice.
Absolutely. I remember the second time I met Joe, hey Zach, baby, how you doing? Like he just remembered who I was, you know. I had to say, oh, we performed in Colts Neck together, and then he put two and two together, but he was just a nice guy, you know, and I haven't met Connie. I know you spoke to Connie, but I would love to speak to her again because she reminded me. I lost my great grandmother about 3 years ago before I met Connie Francis, and my great grandmother loved Connie Francis. So being with her and escorting her up that stage was like I was next to my great grandmother again. And I told her that I said, if my great grandmother was alive and she saw that I'm escorting you right now, she would be thrilled. And Connie turns to me right before she's about to go on stage and she says, Zachary, you look extremely handsome tonight. And she walks right on stage, and I'm like, oh, I could die a happy man. Because Connie Francis, forget about Marilyn Monroe. Connie Francis was a beautiful, beautiful woman back in the day, and still is.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. A, a beautiful, beautiful woman that she was, and she
Mhm.
still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember, not to get too off topic, but I remember her. She walked up to me, and of course, I knew of her, heard of her, lipstick on your collar, and other things. And she walked up to me, and I still have this picture to this day of her kissing me on the forehead. And someone goes, "What are you gonna have? The initials of CF enshrined in your brain now because she kissed you on the forehead?"
Yeah, man, you are a special guy. And I think she even call you baby or sweetie or something when you were in sweetie when you were interviewing her. And I know we talked about that. I said, man, I said, you and Connie Francis got a thing going on.
And a thing that can't be, and a thing that can't be touched either. Apparently, I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been on good fun. Yeah. And she said, and she said this to me, and I will dare ever forget it. You're just a baby. Oh, yeah, it's what I said, Connie, I'm 22. And she goes, "Oh, you're just a baby." I said, "Oh, yeah, thank you."
That's like Bobby when I told Bobby, I said, hey Bobby, I said, I'm no longer with my girlfriend that you saw before. I said, and he's like, well, how old are you, Zach? 19, 20. I said, I'm going to be turning 21, Bobby. He's like, oh my God, you got time. He's like, you're just a baby. So we're a baby to these people. We really are because we're
Yeah,
so young
you're like me.
compared to them.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember. And then I probably saw the who you were with the night of the East Coast, but that we're you and I are like babies to these people.
Yeah, we really are. And and just so I could say that's where you and I formally met each other because we were always at events at Ocean's Resort, is seeing Dave Damiani, and we never formally met each other until that night when I'm walking, and all of a sudden I'm like, Jacob's here. Jacob, you're like another celebrity. They should have had a little meet and greet spot for you, my friend, because you were like a celebrity over here with Connie Francis, over here with Tony Orlando, over here with Jay Siegel. You were with everybody, Luke Christie, anyone you can think of that night that was at the gala, you
Yeah,
were with.
yeah. And I mean, it's nice that the presence of all of them was as warm and inviting as it was, because
Absolutely.
you don't get that anymore with celebrities. They could treat you like you were, it wouldn't be pleasant. But I will tell you one person who I am dying to meet. I even want to interview him for my little segment on Boss Jock. It's Bobby Brooks Wilson. I went Jackie Wilson's son. He was
Oh yeah. Yeah, I never formally met him, but I knew that night he came back to the after party that we had at Joey M's. And he was there, and he was just he was a nice guy. They all were great people, you know, and it was so cool. It was like seeing a reunion again, seeing Bobby Rydell with Tony Orlando, seeing Lou Christie with Jay Siegel, seeing Connie Francis with this person. It was just so great to see all these people in one room who their music still lives on, and it's generation after generation after generation. It's
Yeah.
just wonderful. And I remember I had to escort Larry Chance up to the stage. And at the end, the man bawled like a baby. They were just so appreciative of getting these achievement awards that it made me, as the escort, humbled and said, you know what? I wish I could be in their shoes 60 years from now if I'm up there getting an award, because I saw, because you can only see what you see on stage, but seeing the backstage and how
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just so happy, it's truly marvelous. It really is.
And I remember, who was that? The um the Skyliners. His wife bawled like a baby too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so great to see that these people are getting the respect that they deserve. And
Yeah.
they should, because this is music. If we didn't have this music known as doo-wop, oldies, the Great American Songbook, anything that we listen to today wouldn't be around. And it's thanks to these people.
And I, when Bobby got up and sang Wildwood Days,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my seat on, and I've got a bunch of 60-plus-year-old women behind me dancing in the bleachers at Wildwood Convention Center,
Yeah,
going,
man.
I mean, Wildwood, every day doll. I mean, that song, not only is Bobby Rydell an icon, but that song is an iconic tune.
Absolutely. And especially for us South Jersey people.
Oh,
We
yeah.
it's just it's the song that we relate to. You hear that song just like On the Way to Cape May, sung by Al Alberts or Cozy Morley, you instantly
Oh,
think of the shore. And even Dave Damiani's song, Pure AC. Now when I hear that, I'm like, oh right, I'm ready to go to AC, baby. I'm ready to get a White House sub and I'm ready to have a good time.
yeah. I mean, any of those tunes. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven.
Yeah.
Any of those tunes. New York, New York. I mean,
Yeah.
you name it, it's there. So
I left my heart in San Francisco too.
I won't go into full song, but friends, please donate. You see the number down the bottom of the screen. You heard Zach sing. He gave you the PSA to donate. I've been giving it all night long. Please donate.
And I'll say it again. Please, please donate. Um, these people who suffer from autism need your money more now than ever. And if even if you can just donate a small amount all the way up to a big amount, please. And I just want to say, give this gentleman, Jacob Hackett, a round of applause for putting this event together and busting his butt for weeks and weeks. Jacob, you've put on a marvelous event. You're truly a remarkable guy. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart of not only being my friend, but just being a genuine person and taking the time and putting this event together. So I thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Zagat. You know, if if it weren't for people like yourself, it's if it weren't for, and I'm going to give a shout out to the parents that I've interviewed tonight, to my wonderful co-hosts, Nick Pittman, Michelle Don Mooney, Isabel Mosca, for coming up with the idea and saying,
Absolutely.
do we run it? Do we let's run with it? Hey, we only have so many weeks, but let's see, what can we do?
Yeah.
Let's see, Can we make someone's life better despite the challenges? Let's raise awareness for autism. Let's raise awareness for the Field of Dreams. Let's raise awareness for all these programs out there that need our help.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. And it's people like us who perform, who are in the business, to raise awareness of this. And I'm just so honored and privileged to be on tonight's program and that you thought of me. And I know that many people that I know, including myself, will be donating that night.
Yes, thank you, Zach. I mean, if we don't have people to tell their stories, if we don't have people to tell where they came from, there's no telethon. There's if you can't tell your story, if a parent can't tell a story about their kid, why donating to autism is important? Why donating to Field of Dreams is important? Why these programs provide a significance to these children and these adults that look forward to these things pre-pandemic? Why are we without those programs, you and I wouldn't be sitting here. You and I would
Absolutely.
be having a discussion, going, going. Let's make a difference in a child's life. Let's see what can we do to better a child's life, because that at the end of the day, you know this, other people watching this know this, that's what's important, or that is what's most meaningful.
Absolutely. And I think we are doing that tonight, my friend. I
Yes,
believe that we are doing that tonight.
yes, we are, Zach. I, from from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for coming on, and thank you for that absolutely beautiful statement you gave. And my friends, if I didn't do what I did, what I thought was important, I wouldn't do it. If Zach didn't do what he did, what he thought was important, we're all here for a different cause in mind, and we all want to better ourselves. So please donate. Donate down the bottom of the screen. Donate, please. You need it. Please call. Go on Venmo. Do what you have to do. Please donate, donate, donate. I don't think I can stress it any more than that. Please, my friends, donate.
Yep, absolutely. And Jacob said it best. Donate, donate, donate. And you'll definitely be making someone's life extra special.
Yeah, yeah. And at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do.
Absolutely.
And just as we wrap this up, the the advancements, the treatments, um, seeing how far we've come in the disabled community. Let's see how much farther we can go.
Absolutely. And I think we're definitely going to get farther with the wonderful doctors that we have, um, coming up with new things, reinventing medicine, coming up with better and greater causes and cures. I think that only time will tell, and we will definitely be finding some stuff that's new, inventive, and that's helpful.
Yes. Uh, Zach, I say this to you all the time, and I truthfully mean it. Thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for everything we've done for each other over these years, over these past handful of years. It's been we've had so much fun, and
We really have, and it's only starting, my friend. We've
it's
got many
only
more years to come. And once this pandemic, everybody gets their shot, and this pandemic And I know people are going to hate it when it comes back to a sense of normalcy. We'll definitely be out there again supporting all of our friends, Haley Reinhardt, Sal the Voice, Landau, Dave, Joe, Bobby, all these people doing what they do best and doing it better than ever, because that's what we need. We need live music to come back. We need Broadway to come back. And we just need to have that nightlife experience that I knew you could get down and funky with, man. You love going out to your casinos and going out to your events, and anybody knows Jacob at these events. Everybody knows Jacob.
Oh, I know you. I follow you on social media.
Yeah, Jacob's the man. Jacob knows everybody. You know, there's AC Mike, and then there's